Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Jørgen Live, and we're glad to be back here. It's me and my good trusted friend and head sound engineer, Danny Mac. Mac, are you going to show your face again?
I have a mic this time.
We got Danny Mac a microphone because we feel that he might add some very interesting things to the show. When I start mumbling and bumbling too much, he'll interrupt me and spread some wisdom. But it's great to be here again. And I don't know, Dan, do we have anybody watching yet?
Yeah, we got Leo watching.
Oh, Leo's there.
He's giving you the nice with
thumbs up.
Some great piano playing.
Well, we're glad he's alive. Actually, that ties into yesterday's story. We usually do this on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. But as some of you know, this is Wednesday. And the reason why we're here today is that we did a video shoot last night with one of the bands I work with, Bobby Atico. And he's just awesome, great band, and makes it possible for me to do this kind of stuff and other things. And we had an important video shoot, so we had to move today's Jørgen Live till Wednesday. But it's always going to be Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're all the way up here in Manhattan, the north end of Manhattan up here by the GW Bridge in a studio called Lismore Studio. And I'll be playing some songs and talking a little bit about them and talking to you guys, and whatever you have on your mind, just comment below. We're going to try today to dedicate like a little segment of the show just to answer comments. So if you're watching, please don't be shy. Type something in the comment, and you can start with typing in where you're watching from. That could be a fun place to start, and we could take it from there. So anyway, the music you just heard is one of the songs I'm going to do today, a new song I just finished called Say. But I think we're going to start out nice and easy today. This is the first time I actually performed this song called Work Is Done by myself. And I did it way back in the 90s. I was in a rock band with Steve and Robert Morris. So if you guys are watching, here's a great shout out to you guys, and hopefully we could have them come in and guest appear one time. But I was in this band, Morris Brothers Band, back in the day, and this was one of the songs that I wrote, and it's just still one of my favorite songs, if I might say so. It's one of those songs that came out almost like ready, and I think it's because the message is so simple, and it's really about being grateful for what you have in life, and that everything else can just rotate around that. So if you find that gratitude, it doesn't really matter what goes on in life. You'll always come back to your core foundation. And so, hey, Dan, just a quick thing. Sorry guys, I don't think the computer is charging right now, so we might run out of, so it's that thing right there.
Yes, that's a technical difficulty right there, if I ever heard one.
So, no, don't, yeah. So, but it might be that we need one of your healthy power strips, and then, all right, I hope you guys can bear with us. Today we felt real good because everything was working pretty quickly today. And usually we sort of like missing, we are missing like certain things all the way up till the countdown. But today everything was so cool and calm. We did our Zen breathing, and so we feel much better today, both of us. It looks good. I think you did it.
Don't breathe on the cable.
I won't breathe on the cable.
That's the key.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Danny Mac is getting back in the driver's seat, I'm going to perform for you a song called Work Is Done. And let's do it. So Mac, if you could start the click track. I like to have a click track going so I don't speed up. It helps a little bit. You can turn that up a little bit if you want. Thanks, Dan. They've been talking all day long about some changes at work. It got me worried for a while. But when I came back home and I saw your face again, I left my trouble all behind. 'Cause work is done, the day is over. Work is done, and I'm gonna spend all the night with you. Hear how the west wind sings, let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Sure, I got dreams, I got mountains to climb, I got so many goals to reach. But I'll let it all rest now as the sun goes down, shining on you and me. 'Cause work is done, the day is over. Work is done, and I'm gonna spend all the night with you. Hear how the west wind sings, let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. 'Cause work is done, the day is over. Work is done, and I'm gonna spend all the night with you. Hear how the west wind sings, let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. So let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Yeah. Let tomorrow bring what tomorrow brings. Well, I'm sorry if I stare too much. My fascination with you simply won't let up. And I just love the little things you do when you think that no one else is watching you. When you focus, you talk to yourself. If you get nervous, you rearrange the desk. Your eyes start drifting in the afternoon. When you say goodbye,
You look down at your shoes when you say goodbye. You look down at your shoes. I just love to catch you off guard and get another glimpse of who you really are. I would die to love a world you never share, 'cause you think no one else around you even cares. Are you living out your perfect plan, or are you hanging on the best that you can? Are you happy being on your own, or is there someone special in your dreams and hopes? There's so much about you I want to know. I'm looking for ways to conquer my mind, not to nourish my fear and doubt. So one of these days the stars will align. I ask the world to ask you out. Are you living out your perfect plan, or are you hanging on the best that you can? Are you happy being on your own, or is there someone special in your dreams and hopes? Could I fit in to your dreams and hopes? I'm looking for ways to conquer my mind, not to nourish my fear and doubt. So one of these days the stars will align. I'll find the courage to ask you out. I'm looking for ways to conquer my mind, not to nourish my fear and doubt. So one of these days the stars will align. I'll find the courage to ask you out. And I'll ask you out.
All right. I couldn't help it. I had to go into another song. It felt real good. So first, that was Work Is Done. The second one I call I'll Ask You Out. And the reason why I brought that in today too was I'd like to send a shout out to my little brother, Ole. And he was nice enough to comment last week, and he liked the song a lot. So this one goes out to you, brother Ole. And also, he was asking in his comment if I could upload the songs separately as separate files, so that you could just kind of access those and listen to the songs. And yes, we are planning to do that. We just kind of wanted to get 3 or 4 of these live streams under our belt, so that we could feel comfortable with the setup and with the sound. But eventually, probably today, I don't know, Dan, I feel real good today and I feel it sounds great. So maybe we'll start doing that next week. But I felt like we'd do like 3 or 4 episodes, and then we'll start uploading the songs, and also as audio files. So I'll upload just the video clip with the audio of each song. And you can, I'll send links to YouTube and to Facebook. But I also feel we could do like audio files, like MP3s. And I believe SoundCloud, I'll probably upload them on SoundCloud, and then you guys can access them if you want to listen to the songs. Because on Spotify, you have to release an album first. So these will just be like raw tracks that we're going to upload. And anytime you feel like it, go listen to them. So that's definitely in the plans. And I don't know, should we go? Do we have any comments yet? We could talk about that.
Well, we have John Montoya, who's watching from the Union Club.
Well, listen, that's not good. You know why?
He shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be. He's in trouble right now.
Oh, no.
Because you're not supposed to use your cell phone.
Whoops.
So, John, you brave soul. He might be hiding in one of those little, I did a post from one of the booths that you have to run into. All right, so if you didn't watch last week's episode, I work at a place on Mondays and Fridays. It's a private club on the Upper East Side called the Union Club. And I had to get a posting up on Instagram, and you're not allowed to use your phone, so I ran down to one of those little booths. So he might be in one of those. Is he saying anything?
Oh, yeah, he commented some chill Spider-Man enjoying music.
Oh,
comments.
Thanks, John.
So
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Vibing out to everything.
Cool, man. And also, like, John Montoya was our first MVP. And so if you go back and see episode 2, you'll see my good friend John Montoya, and he was the first MVP of Jan Live. And if I can just segue into this week's MVP. So Dan, I didn't tell you yet, but it's going to be you. So
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm
Danny Mac.
I feel like I'm severely underdressed for this. I should have at least buttoned my shirt.
Yeah, well, it was a spur of the moment, but Dan is phenomenal, and I just want to tell you guys that I might have said it already, but the previous episodes, we are basically seeing the clock tick down on Facebook, 20 seconds, 19 seconds, 18, and every time we have something not working. It can be a camera, it can be the audio's not working, and Dan is cool as a cucumber, and he just, till the very last second, he finagles the cables, and for some magic reason, it works every time. So, Danny Mac, I'm proud to announce you're this week's MVP.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
And maybe we could get you a coffee later.
You already got me a coffee.
Well, so
we'll go for 2.
we go for
That's
2,
cool.
right? Speed it up a little bit. But what else? We got anything else going on?
Nothing else yet.
All right.
Maybe during the week we'll get some more.
Yeah, we might get some.
interactions.
Yeah. So, yeah, like my brother Ole actually posted at the rerun. So if you're watching this later this week, don't be shy. Put comments, questions, and I will include them in the next week's episode. And I just want to kind of say one thing. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this was also to sort of like have a transparent, stream here that deals as much with the process of doing this as it deals with the music. So that if any of you guys are looking to do this, I kind of want you to also steal a little information here from me and learn. And I just want to say that this week was probably the toughest week. After last week's episode, and then, like when we sat here after the episode, I just I didn't cry, but I was close to. I was just so unhappy, and not with you, and not with sort of like the music, but I felt I hadn't said the things I wanted to say. So when you sit here, it's like you can plan things to say, but in the moment you get a little desperate and your brain takes over and your holistic self stops listening and checking in and just just assessing if you're saying anything, if you're saying everything you need to say so that the explanation is understood, that it's a whole message, and you just kind of spurt out little things. And I just want to say to all you guys that kind of talk to me through the week, I wasn't on a bridge jumping out, but I was just really thinking about, this is silly and this is a stupid thing, and who cares about me sitting here and talking and playing music. But I just want to thank all of you guys, and I almost have a subsection of MVPs, not to take away from Danny Mac, but Paula and Leo and my brother Ole and my wife had to deal with me like Wednesday and Thursday. Dan, I was a mess, man. I was just, screw this. I'm just gonna focus on doing money gigs, but everybody has been really, really great. And also at the Union Club, John Montoya, Johnny Tirada over there at the Union Club said, Jan, just don't repeat yourself too much. Like, play more. And I really like that advice. So with that in mind, let's actually get back to the music. How long have you been going now, Danny? Like,
we are 20 and a half minutes.
All right, so we're doing pretty good.
Something like that.
I want to kind of keep it like to 25, 30, so I don't steal too much of you guys' time. But again, if you're just tuning in, you might not know me. Just want to, again, just let you know I'm Jan. This is Jan Live. We do this every Tuesday out in New York, the very north tip of Manhattan. We're in a studio called Lismore Studio. It's me, it's Danny Mac. And I play my songs and talk about them, and I talk to you guys. We didn't have a whole bunch of comments today yet, so we'll stick to the music more today. But thanks again for tuning in. And the reason why we're doing this today on a Wednesday, it's because we had, both Dan and I was at a video shoot yesterday, but it will be Wednesdays at 7. So
Tuesdays.
God, see, that's why you're here, Danny.
That was one of the things you got upset with last week.
Exactly. I was crying in my chair saying, like, why did I screw that up? So it's always going to be Tuesdays at 7, except certain Tuesdays, and I'll let you know. But anyway, so this is the song I was playing at the very beginning of this today. It's called Say. And this is a song that sort of like came with the music first. So I kind of had that going, and so I had to come up with a lyric for it. And sometimes the lyric come very natural, and sometimes you have to go out and search, you know, for an idea. And that's why it's good as a songwriter. Like when you go through the day, you sit in the subway, all of a sudden something hits you. Don't not write it down. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Because you're always like, well, I'll remember that idea. And it never fails, man. And I've done this so many times. Like at the end of the day, I'm like, what was that idea? And it's gone. So even something that seems stupid to you in the moment, write it down. And because then you can go back to that and you can find ideas and see if they work with the music. This one...
you could also record it on a phone or audio or something like that too.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to put a little compilation together one time of like the MP3 files I have on my iPhone. Mm-hmm. And some of them are like, actually at the Union Club, for instance, like I'll hear something and all the people are eating and they, you know, I shouldn't say this publicly, but they're paying me to play, you know, nice music. And I'm actually writing, getting paid to write. And I'll kind of like quickly turn the phone on again, like really secretly, and I'll whisper like into the phone, like, say, you will. You know, something like that. And then I'll go home. Sometimes you gotta just go with it. Anyway, so this song is called Say. And I went back to an experience I actually had. It's just too much about my wife, this episode and all episodes, but she means so much to me, so I'm really glad that I end up talking about her a lot. But Dan gives me the okay sign, but when we first met, I was pretty much a mess. You know, it's a regular story of the girl that saves the guy, but I had hair down to here, leather pants, and I was drinking mudslides every night, and big dude, and when we met, I knew she was special, but the last thing I was looking for was to settle into something, settled, I guess. Because I was like, you know, rebel, and I don't have time for that. I want to live my life. And it never felt that when we got together and talked, and there was like this special connection, and also she was very strong in her, you know, she also knew that, hey, I got something I need to chromatically live out with this guy. So she was excellent in like just keeping the contact going. And at some point, I think I freaked out and I bailed out, you know, and I realized that after sort of like being out of the loop for a couple of weeks, I was like, no, this is too important. And so I went into that experience and I wrote this song called Say. And it's simple. It's just about a guy who's coming back and saying, listen, I screwed up and and give me another chance. And she did, and what a blessing. So I'm gonna dial out the lyrics here because it's so new, and just to make sure I don't screw it up. All right, Dan, let's do it, man. Cool.
Baby, here I am, I'm on my knees, so ashamed it's come to this. Don't shut the door, don't close your heart, I'm asking for another start. You know, I know, I made a mess, left you standing with your arms outstretched. Tell me there's still a chance, just say it's not too late. Say still, feel a little fire burning. Say still, have a little faith in me. Say you will, open up your arms and forgive me. Just say you'll try for us, say you'll fight for us. Say. Miss your smile, miss your kiss. Baby, I could write an endless list. How you look right through me, how you call my game, how it makes me feel to hear you say my name. When I'm with you, I'm the whole inside. You're the piece that's missing in my life. Don't wanna face my tomorrows without you by my side. Say still, feel a little fire burning. Say still, have a little faith in me. Say you will, open up your arms and forgive me. Just say you'll try for us, say you'll fight for us. Say, never let anybody this close. I was scared to share myself with you. Felt like I was losing control. Ran away like a fool. Baby, here I am, I'm on my knees, so ashamed it's come to this. Don't shut the door, don't close your heart, I'm asking for another start. Say still, feel a little fire burning. Say still, have a little faith in me. Say you will, open up your arms and forgive me. Just say you'll try for us, say you'll fight for us. Say.
Brand new song, Say. I hope you liked it. And I think it's just about time for us to wrap it up here. We got to go get Danny Mac and MVP coffee down the street. We got a Starbucks down here. And so maybe that's what we'll do. But thank you. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And it's been fun today. It definitely feels like the more you do of these, the more loose you get and the more fun you have. And again, for all you guys who advised me through the week, just have fun, be yourself, do it for yourself, and it worked. So I thank you all. Come back and see me and Danny Mac next Tuesday at 7. And again, this is Jan live, and we're out in New York City. And we'll be here again next Tuesday at 7. So don't hesitate to post any questions, comments. We'll bring that up next week and answer those. And I'll see you guys later. Go out in the world and be your best self.